I guess I'll start us off because I went ahead and, as I said, I dove into that box set, that I paid for, and I have the receipt for it and all that too. Uh, this is this. Well, it says it, but it doesn't say the name of the goddamn movie on here. This is the okay. The movie is At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul. Okay, so this was the first Coffin Joe movie. It was Brazil's first horror movie. I don't know if horror just wasn't a thing or they had laws against it, but this guy went and made a little movie, and he had connections in the theater world, so he got it screened, and it was a sensation, you know. But I'll get to that in a little bit. The movie is about this guy that's he's a mortician. He's got a funeral home. He does all that shit. But the populace of the town he lives in, they fear him, Tom, because he's antisocial and sacrilegious. Like on Lent, he's there fucking eating a leg of lamb, and just kind of waving it at the fucking procession of people carrying crosses and candles in the streets. Hey, fuck y'all, I'm eating lamb. How you like that, you sons of bitch? So he's evil, Tom. He's got long fingernails, and when he gets mad at people, he looks at them, he stares on them, and it closes in the eyes, and the eyes start getting all bloodshot and everything. And, well, his wife, Tom, his wife is, I guess you would say barren, She can't have kids. She's not a real woman, is what it is, Tom. So he's like, well, I gotta have, my legacy live on, through my children, and this bitch can't give me a kid. So what's he do? He kills her, And he's got like one friend in town, one guy that kind of likes hanging out with him or tolerates his bullshit and everything, and he wants to have that guy's chick. So he kills that guy and rapes that chick, and thinks, hey, that's it. I knocked her up with my Coffin Joe sperm. I'm sure she's going to have a boy. But she fucks him over by hanging herself, Tom. She kills herself. The people in the town are like real pissed off, but they're scared of him. Every time he goes in the bar, he kicks somebody's ass. But he does it in a sacrilegious way. Like one guy stands up to him, he's like, we had enough of your shit, Coffin Joe. We're not going to take it. No, we're not going to take it. So Coffin Joe grabs a cross, or not a cross, a crown of thorns off of this Jesus thing they have there, shoves it in that guy's face, Fuck yeah. He's a cold-blooded motherfucker, Tom. And, well, the thing is, he doesn't believe in God. He doesn't believe in the devil. But this gypsy told him, oh, I saw how you're going to die. The ghosts are going to come and kill you. At midnight, they'll take your soul. And oh shit, he's walking home one night. Oh, me susto, tengo miedo. And yeah, he's all scared of these fucking ghosts he's seeing, and they just scare him to death, Tom, and he just fucking dies there at the end. So that's it. That's the end of Coffin Joe. We will never see another movie from him because he clearly died at the end of this movie. I love this shit. This shit's so fucking fun, and just he's just a vile, sorry son of a bitch. But so we got new artwork here from some guy named Butcher Billy or something, and it's reversible, and the other side looks just as bad, a little better, but it's like, man, I don't know what side I want. Neither one, I guess. It'll stay in the box, and I won't have to see it. Okay, so also got a little funeral card, his business card, I guess. That's a pretty cool little gimmick. But what am I going to do with that shit? Cards of the reversible thing. I think this was the original poster. Why that's not on one of these things, why I can't reverse it to this, I don't know. Even better, like a little fucking thing like that. These little kind of postcard type things. And then you get 90 days free of whatever streaming service they're trying to push on you. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. But hey, I already bought your thing, man. Right? Quit trying to squeeze me for more money. So, extras, Tom. I watched the goddamn extras. How about that? It does have a commentary with Coffin Joe, but I didn't listen to that because I just watched the movie, and I don't speak Portuguese. I don't even have a rudimentary. Portuguese is a weird ass language. It's like French and German and fucking Spanish. So every like 13th word I'll understand. Hey, he just said house. You know. So didn't do that because I didn't want to watch the movie all over again. But I did. They have something on here called Coffin Joe's Sadean Underworld. I say, all right, what's this? What's this? It's a fucking essay that they just show clips from the movie, and this, it's an essay by a film scholar, Tom. So what do you think they're saying here?
Hello, my name's David Shaw, and I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorites, Coffin Joe.
It's a chick that's
Uh-oh. Turn
so
it off. Burn the disc.
um so this brings to mind, of course, the works of Marquis de Sade, and what Coffin Joe Jose Totana is trying to do is talk to us about the fascism that's all this shit that's just bullshit that has nothing to do with fucking anything. It's like, hey, has she ever listened to anything about Coffin Joe? Because he didn't give a shit. He wasn't trying to make a political statement. He was making a movie about some vile motherfucker. He wanted to shock people. He wasn't trying to enlighten anybody. So, yeah, these film fucking scholars, man, they are fucking so up their own asses. They're full of shit. Uh, yeah, got through that shit. After that, there is a documentary called Damned, The Strange World of Jose Mojica Marins. And this is a lot of archival, as they like to say, interviews with the guy that created was Coffin Joe. He's talking a lot about the censorship that he went through with some of the later movies. He's talking to a guy that wrote a lot of the old later shit for him, and they go into this guy's office. This guy has a crazy ass book collection. It's just like a fucking warehouse of all kinds of shit, and it's all like he's got this whole section of comics, that I guess are in Brazilian or whatever the fuck. And then they talk about the guy that was his cinematographer, but I like to call him the camera dude. The guy that would film shit. And as they're talking more and more, they start to talk about an early film that they did, which was just fucking bestiality. Yeah. It's about a chick getting fucked by a dog. She's doing this to make her man jealous. And the cinematographer is, oh, yeah, I forgot what he said the dog's name. He said, that's the best actor I've ever worked with. He was just, so intense, so loving in his attentions with this woman. Yeah, fucking weird. Yeah, I wanted to buy that dog, but the owner wouldn't let me have him. And so anyway, the thing with that movie, the guy that she's getting jealous, he decides to fuck a mule, to get back at her. It's like, wait a minute, this guy, what the fuck? So this kind of changes my whole opinion of this Coffin Joe shit, I don't know. It seems like he was just making fucked up porn to make a buck or something. But yeah, this was enlightening. This was not some shit I'd heard before. Yeah, I guess old fucking Arrow didn't promote that. From the guy that made the dog fucking movie. Weird, fucking weird, man. And then there's some clips of some early films that he did, but they look all shitty. And he's just talking about, like how he got people to be in it and everything. Oh, and speaking of which, the transfer on this movie, At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul, this doesn't look any better than what I remember from the DVD. There wasn't a recognizable Blu-ray quality improvement to it. So, I don't know, man.
Does it say anything on the back like new 2K scan from the inner positive shoved up my ass?
It says brand new 4K restoration from a 35 millimeter introspective and a 35 millimeter print. It didn't look all that hot, I mean, it doesn't look like shit, but I don't remember the DVD looking like shit either. So, I don't know. We'll see next week. I'll be talking about Disc 2, which features the second part of the original Coffin Joe trilogy. I'm hoping no animals were hurt during the filming of any of these movies.